My name is James Fishback, and I'm running for Florida governor. I'm here in Shipley in the Panhandle on tracks that used to carry Amtrak's Sunset Limited. It allowed families to get a train right here in rural parts of the Florida Panhandle and take it all the way down to Disney for Christmas or Miami for New Year's. Sadly, that train got canceled. It became the latest sign that politicians in Tallahassee, Democrat and sadly Republican, don't care about what happens here in the Florida Panhandle. I'm running for Florida governor because I recognize that Florida is more than just Naples, Orlando, and Miami, that we have to look out for the dignity of our neighbors in the Panhandle, and I'll do that by making a generational investment in our public schools, creating 10,000 great-paying jobs for locals, and also bringing back the Amtrak.
I was hoping that he would have the caption in the video itself. I guess that was too spicy for general publication. I'm running for Florida governor to make the trains run on time. This guy's a neo-Nazi. I guess they're trying out new strats. Everyone's got to be Mamdani. I do like the font here. Stealing our rhetoric again. Yeah, no shit. That's lit. Sorry, I know I keep repeating the greats here. This is what Hitler did, you know? Before Hitler took power, you read the Nazi Party's list of policy proposals. It was all this justice and equality for the working man, a fair wage, union rights, and then he takes over and it's like, psych! That's the wrong number. It turns out that our ideas are actually super popular. Mussolini's slogan was, he made the trains run on time, and he didn't. Yeah, well, you know. How do we identify when politicians are lying like that? You spend literally any amount of time looking into them. Like, for example, this caption right here is kind of a red flag. Also, I'm going to guess that if we look at his profile, well, here's him talking to somebody with an America First hat. America First is the slogan primarily of Nick Fuentes. It's been used broadly, but that's like the main. So, you know, that's what he chose to put up there. Very prominently featured, even more so than his own face. So, yeah, just subtle signs, you know?
My name is James Fishback, and I'm running to succeed Ron DeSantis as Florida.
Fishback is a very funny name. I don't know why I find it funny. I just find it funny. I kind of like it, to be honest. Man, you gotta wear a damn tie. You're wearing a peak lapel charcoal business suit. Everything it's screaming for a tie. Though I think this suit's one size too big for you. This looks a little bit roomy. Dad suit?
Florida's next Republican governor. I'm running for Florida governor so I can make life more affordable for you and your family. Easier to afford groceries, to buy a home, to raise a family, and when it's all said and done, to retire with dignity. I'll do that.
He looks good too, you know? He looks a little bit like Jeff Goldblum. He's got a little bit of I think part of it's the glasses, but he has that, you know.
By stopping the H-1B scam so our workers, especially our college grads, can get jobs again. I'll tell Blackstone, Airbnb, and foreign investors that no, in Florida, you can't buy our homes because our homes are for families. And I'll stop the construction of any AI data center that threatens to raise our electricity bills or poison our water supply. And I'll completely and totally eliminate.
Fucked up, this guy is like stealing all the Democrat rhetoric that we need, you know? He's absorbing all of it so they can't use it. All totally insincere. You know what? I don't know. Maybe this is the future, okay? Maybe this is America getting griped in like 2028, 2032. It's a bunch of neo-Nazis who run off of social democratic talking points, but then they forget to do the neo-Nazism. And they just do the social democracy. They're all internally neo-Nazis, but they're like, man, the Trump administration really made all of this look soy and cringe, you know? The Department of Homeland Security tweeting Hyperborea shit every other day really kind of like took the wind out from under our sails. We need to we need to focus on a different rhetorical strategy. And then they just do FDR shit, you know?
Property tax.
He's a pedo, is he? Oh, damn, that didn't take long. No, milkshake duct. My favorite neo-Nazi. He's a pedophile too. Woman says James Fishback dated her while she was underage, then harassed her after breakup. Well, there you go. No. He was so promising. Social democracy is the left wing of fascism after all. True. That's true. Woke Miami Times hit piece. That's also true. Well, she was 17 and he was 27. Oof. She joined the nonprofit Fishback-founded Incubate Debate, which runs in-person tournaments for middle and high school students. She said he systematically cultivated. He created a nonprofit to get middle and high schoolers to debate and then groomed one of the attendees. God damn. That's fucking crazy. That is high effort pedophilia. God, this is bullshit. I thought this article would be like a one-offer or something. This is like a substantial accumulation of evidence. God damn. He looks so guilty. Actually, you know who he looks like specifically in this picture? What's his face? The Frogman, the Candyman, the neo-Nazi who used to be funny but then got boring. Come on. The guy who looks like a frog with the glasses. Hyde, Sam Hyde, thank you.
Taxes for every Florida resident, because in America, you don't rent your home from the government. You own it, free and clear. Nowadays, not all Republicans are the same. If a Republican politician supports the H-1B scam,
I gotta say though, considering the politics of this this gentleman, he's putting a lot of effort in. Like, these videos aren't okay. Here's what I don't get. These videos don't look like they're packed with dog whistles. I mean, you know, you can tell he's right wing, but they're not like, you know, neo-Nazi hyperborea, whatever the fuck. He's talking to and acting normal around people of color in the videos. Then if he's doing that, why say we're running to make the trains run on time? Like, what are we doing a bit or not? These are high effort campaign videos. They're actually pretty good.
Republicans are the same. If a Republican politician supports the H-1B scam that fires our workers, he can't be our next governor. If he goes out and supports the building of AI data centers that threaten our electric bills and our water supply, he can't be our next governor. And if he goes to Congress and does nothing for us but makes millions of dollars trading stocks for himself, he can't be our next governor. Congressman Byron Donalds can't be our next governor because he won't fight for Florida like Ron DeSantis.
Byron is so fucking funny.
DeSantis has. I'll fight to preserve Governor DeSantis' wins by keeping Florida free from DEI, radical transgenderism, Soros-backed prosecutors, child predators, voter fraud, and the millions of illegals that invaded our country on Kamala Harris's watch. I'll do that because, unlike Byron Donalds, I'm not a politician. I'm an investor and a businessman.
Oh, that's great. There we go. Did you guys really not read the right-wing stuff before that? You know, the mask is coming off and it's Hitler taking off the Hitler mask.
I stood up to Wall Street. I sued the Federal Reserve, and I filed a landmark brief with the Supreme Court defending President Trump's right to fire corrupt federal officials. I started incubating.
Nick Fuentes hates him, apparently. That's because Nick Fuentes is an influencer, not a political actor. Nick Fuentes will hate anyone who tries to rise to prominence around him because they sap attention from him. He's done this every time with no exceptions.
Debate, a free high school debate league for thousands of kids across Florida so they could learn how to debate.
Oh, hey, I read about this in the Miami Herald.
Discuss and grow as Americans. I love our state. I am a fourth-generation Floridian. My great-grandfather fought in World War I and then owned a small hotel on Fort Lauderdale Beach. My grandfather fought in World War II and ran 750 head of cattle in Okeechobee.
Oh, wait. For which side?
My father proudly drove the city bus in Broward County, where I was born and raised. I went to Florida public schools from kindergarten to graduation. Even though I grew up in South Florida, I now call the Panhandle home.
This is a very high quality. This is a very high quality ad. It's a shame stuff like this is so rare, and it's a shame that it's coming from him. You know.
Apologetic Christian who believes that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And I'm a proud American who will never apologize for our history. In the coming months, I'm going to meet as many Florida voters as I can where they live, work, and pray. I'll visit all 67 counties because Florida's next governor has to be someone you can see, talk to, and even debate with. I look forward to seeing you soon. My name is James Fishback, and I approve this message because Florida is our home, America is our birthright, and we will never let them steal it from us.
Yeah, Fishback. Fishback sounds like it should be ethnic, but it's not. Like, it should be a slur, but it's not, you know? The soil of his blood, perhaps? Is this heckin' wholesome Twitter gubernatorial candidate and not Sereno? Oh, my heckin' no! Come on, guys. maybe this is less maybe this is less representative of his own competence and more of the competence of the media team that's working with him, because this is definitely not a solo project.
Day for our country. 2 of our service members, 2 of our soldiers were just killed in Syria by ISIS. Please stop what you're doing and say a prayer.
So I thought he was saying ISIS, please stop. ISIS, you're better than this. I can make a promise. I can make a plan.
ISIS, please stop what you're
I can make an effort. Oh, yeah, here's him quoting Florida Groip.
We refuse to be the generation of renters. We refuse to accept that billionaire private equity firms like Blackstone come into our communities and buy up entire...
This is such a horseshoe midwit position. Guys, Google how much U.S., like how much residential property Blackstone owns, you know? It's nothing. Overwhelmingly, this is just because we don't build. It's the vast majority of residential properties are owned by either the people who live there or by people who are landlords for like one house, you know?
Neighborhoods of homes and immediately take them off the market.
They want it to be like a Jew thing. Like, well, the reason houses are expensive is because the Jew. No, it's just because we're not fucking building new houses. Like, they built a new houses. They built a bunch in Austin, Texas, and the rent prices went down. Like, we know this is... The music's copyright, be careful. That's why I'm pausing it.
And put them back up for rent. That's not the American.
Look at this. The fucking... All of these, yeah, big businessmen, all of these ethnics controlling our housing supply. And it's like, no, the people controlling our housing supply for the most part are NIMBYs who just don't want to build like apartments in their cozy residential neighborhoods.
Rate to come in and to buy homes on country of rent. The American dream is impossible unless you own the dirt under your feet.
Okay. Thank you, Florida Groip. This is fascinating. This is a very this is a very active Twitter account. Caught that dog whistle? Can you I'm begging you, please. I'm getting so annoyed with you guys. Stop talking about dog whistling when they're obviously that. Nothing pisses me off more than when people on Twitter, like liberals on Twitter, quote tweet a Nick Fuentes clip and say, guess the mask is finally coming off now. I hate it so fucking much. It's like you guys enjoy the pantomiming of being duped. Like you like the act of being almost tricked by a dog whistle. Let's debate in January. Gee, this guy's very debate-pilled. Big Destiny fan. To be fair, it's not just Blackstone. 1% of SHF or SFH are owned by firms that own 1,000 or more. It's not very much. Like, seriously, just very large, residential real estate holders do not own a very large portion of the American residential market. They just don't. For the most part, this is a highly individualized problem, and it's something that can only be addressed with more construction and better zoning.
If we're going to play this game of immigrants are good, is one immigrant good? I don't know, maybe if it's Elon Musk. But
oh my God. Wow, this guy really wants to win. That's fucking pathetic. Jesus Christ. Okay, I see it now. There's two wolves inside of this guy, and one of them is fighting to Groip, Florida, and the other one is like, glory to Israel. Got to get the Republican vote. Need every single Cuban to vote for me. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I just don't get this. I don't understand the messaging strategy. This guy doesn't have a chance in hell. Oh fuck, is this the response video, the context video?
My name is James Fishback, and for the last couple of weeks, I've been running to succeed Ron DeSantis as Florida's next Republican governor. I'm making this video because my opponent, Byron Donalds, has made a very serious allegation against me. An allegation that, if true, he argues I could not serve the people of my state. I'm making this video because you just...
I guess it's not about the grooming a child thing.
Deserve to hear it from me directly. What Byron Donalds has alleged is 100% true. I'm not rich.
Yeah, nice meme. Got a decent amount of money. Super, super active. I wonder who's pushing for this. There's always a financial interest.
Right. I mean, if you're sitting and watching Aiden Ross all day or some of these Twitch streamers, that's very different than, I'll tell you the truth, I found the audience of young men who follow and watch Nick Fuentes to be actually incredibly informed and insightful and very patriotic young men, to be completely honest. Yes. Now, that's very different than the audience watching Fresh and Fit. But I think
I have no idea who these people are. Except for the guy on the right. The only thing I know for sure about these three is that this woman gets a lot of harassment. That's the easy. The women in the alt-right scene, if that's even a term anymore, burn out real fucking quick because there's just no way around the there's only one there are only a few people who are capable of dealing with the emotional burden of being marginalized in this community, and it's the fresh and fit boys and Sneeko. To my knowledge, these are the only people with the rugged iron will needed to survive the, they've been tempered in the forge. They wake up 10,000 emails about how they're black and not going to heaven. They've seen it all before. And Candace is a weird case, I feel like a lot of the people who watch Candace aren't actually active or at least sort of aware neo-Nazis. They're more like mentally ill conspiracy buffs. I get more of a Red Scare vibe from her, but that might also be because she's a woman and I'm sexist. I don't really know. Yeah, Blair White has disappeared. Dog, Blair White is fucking gone. Blair White moved back to California. She's just like, all right, good night. Don't notice me. Oh my God, my favorite heckin' Nazareno. There we go. I'll remember what that caption title means. She did a video about how she's a born-again Christian. Dude, it's so fucking lame. It's so lazy. Come on. Everyone does this bit. You can't do that bit as a trans woman. Now, here's a bit that I would respect. Blair White, it's time to earn the respect of the conservative masses who have rejected you for being a degenerate. It's time to detransition. I know that seems harsh, but if you're a committed grifter, you have to take this step. And that would be a pretty crazy step too, because you've gone far with it. You're not exactly just testing out, new pronouns with people or whatever. You've got tits to remove. But it's the only way to prove your devotion to Christ. I can't imagine a pre-transition Blair White. You can't? The most annoying gay man who ever lived? You can't, that's not like the easiest read in the world to you? Have you heard Blair White talk? Milo Yiannopoulos, actually not that far off of a cut, but Milo's doing his own thing right now, so, everyone needs to return with a V.